You know what I'm saying? So, all right, we up. All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the Command and General Yohana. Today I got with me Officer of 5,000, Tazahai in the building. I'm Officer of 1,000. Got Shooter Marad and young men with us today. Today we're going to tap into some touching subjects in the Bible, right? Which is the misunderstandings that have cost our people everything. Us not knowing who we are, what we're supposed to be doing is the reason that why in 2024, we're still trying to figure it out. So we're going to tap into a lot of things that basically the Christian churches that fought for.
Right.
A lot of the misconceptions that you have from the Bible is the people, is from the church. You know, the pastor held this Bible up every Sunday, and our people think silly things like, you know, a snake convinced a woman to go against her husband. You know, simple stuff like that we have to rectify. And that we're going to show you how that goes to the very root of why you don't follow God, why you are not in the truth.
It's like if I can.
Go ahead.
A snake did convince Eve to go against her husband, just not a snake in the literal term.
Right. A slithering on the ground, sticking stake. Same thing you call a brother, get your wife right now, a serpent, a snake, somebody you can't trust. Right.
So when we think of snake, who else convinced your wife to come up there every Sunday, give all her money and all your food over to him as opposed to keeping it in your pocket?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your Christian preacher.
Right.
Showed up a snake.
Right.
A lot of them wear gator suits and snake boots. They trying to let you know. It's a lot.
You got 12 which?
Come on, guys.
All right, give me Genesis 1 and 5. All right. We're going to start from the very beginning. Does anybody know what Genesis what Genesis means? What is it?
It's like
Salah. Go ahead. Make sure you say Salah.
Oh, Salah. It's like the first beginning, like how everything starts. Which is
You said the answer already, but you know I'm giving my hand. You close enough. All right. Genesis means beginning. I think it's Barash in Hebrew, and it's the very beginning of when the Most High dealt with us. Right. Is when people think about the word the beginning, you know what I'm saying, they get caught up in the semantics of, okay, he's the first man, this is the first, it was stuff going on before that beginning, right? All right, go ahead, read that for me.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created.
Read verse 5.
Verse 5, Salaki. Chapter 1, verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Keep going.
In the evening, in the morning, was the first day.
The first day. Now, in that context, do you think he made day and night that quick, and it was a 24-hour period? What y'all think? He did. This, you know what I'm saying? That's not how that went. And let's get the proof on that. All right. Give me matter of fact, you ain't even got to come out of there. You can go over to Salakia. Give me Genesis. No, go ahead and get that 2 Peter 3 and 8. Get the 2 Peter 3 and 8. And I'll show you exactly what that means. All right. Because this stuff like this, it seems very simple. But me sitting up here telling you that this earth was made in 7 whole weekdays is the reason why our brothers out here gangbanging. It's the reason why our brothers are lost in the streets, because when this lie get told to you and you got common sense, it make you rebel against it. It make you throw the whole book away. You know what I'm saying? It make you be like, man, it's a white, if somebody tells a white man book, which I was told when I was 13 years old, I believed it, because of course I'm not walking around, nothing get done like that in 24 hours, right? Most High has always been practical. Always. He's always been practical. Even when he does straight miracles, it's practical every time. No hocus pocus involved in it. All right? Read that for me.
Okay, this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years.
You said what?
One day is with the Lord as 1,000 years.
One day is with the Lord as 1,000 years. So that means that he did not create the earth in 7 days. It took thousands of years for the earth to be formed. Look at the periodic table, everything. Imagine all that stuff spread out, not put together. He formed the earth, and that took time to do that. Right? Science is in the Bible. Some of fake science got their knowledge from the Bible and tried to outdo it, calling it the Big Bang Theory and all that kind of crazy stuff. All right? Instead of just giving the Lord his due. All right? Read that again.
Come on. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years.
All right, now go back to Genesis 2 and 4. And I'll give you something right there to let you know he wasn't talking about no weekend. We'll move on. Anybody got any questions about that? All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 4. These are the generations of the heaven and of the earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Verse 5.
Right. So it said these are the generations. So you can't have generations in 1 week. Right? That killed that thought process. And this is all this stuff is good to know, because you know when you want the Lord to do something, don't always expect him just to move right then. This is where our mindset came from. That thinking stuff happens all the time like that. You expect to look up at the sky and pray, say, Lord, forgive me, give me $1 million. If he don't do it, then he ain't real. Because the Bible just told you he did this in 7 days. Right?
Right.
That's why we messed up right now. That little simple misunderstanding.
It's like, if I could.
Go ahead.
Also, the reverse of that. We believe that because we're not being punished for that evil that we've been taught up in churches, that somehow the Lord with us.
Right.
Yeah, because it's like they say, my granddaddy ate pork.
Right.
Okay,
right.
That might be true, but you got diabetes now.
Right.
You understand? Your child is going to end up in prison down the future. His daddy ain't in the house.
Right.
So he already statistic. So yeah, it's like what you're saying. It works both ways.
Right. It's a precept. What you just said, Juan, I think it's in Ecclesiastes about judgment coming swiftly.
Right.
Salakia. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. But if I don't, I think y'all know what I'm talking about though. But it's in Ecclesiastes. They're talking about since wrath has not come swiftly, our people continue to do evil. That's so true. A lot of times we'll see these billionaires getting away with stuff all the time, and we might make a bag out doing something evil. I think all of us, not my hope, not child, in our older age, and before we came into this truth, it was plenty of stuff we did. We got clean away with, and that's what made us keep doing it. We kept on doing it, and that also leads you into not believing in God. Guess who you think God is if you come up with a different lick every day? Who your God is? If you get up every morning, you think no way to make money, and you make that money. Who you think that your God in your life is?
Money.
No, you. You think you God. You think a lot of black guys walk around saying the black man is God. They think their brain gonna wake up in the morning and they make this money, so they don't need to go pray. I need to go get this bread. That's the misconception. That's how we get messed up out here, thinking we don't need God, right? And the Most High going out of his way to show us otherwise right now. All right. Let's get to that serpent thing. Give me Genesis 3:1, man. We definitely got to tap into that. This is to give you an idea of what's going on right now. All right.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Now let me ask y'all a common sense question. Is a snake gonna be subtle? Is a snake gonna be what's the word that just used? He's more what? Say he's more what did you say? He's more what?
Subtle.
He's more is a snake subtle? If you see a snake, are you gonna go over near that snake and talk to that snake?
Wow.
A real snake? No. So you know it's not talking about it. You gonna somebody that's subtle gonna come up on you, make you comfortable, make you feel like everything is fine. Just do what I'm telling you to do. Don't trust nobody else. A snake can't make you do that. Nobody. At no point in time, nobody say a snake gonna make me feel I can go and I ain't never seen this snake a day in my life. I'm gonna walk up on him and just touch him. It's talking about the same snakes you deal with right now. You know who a serpent? Usher. Usher is a serpent. He is a snake. Right. He will ruin a household. He will make a man. I seen Usher just make a man get on Instagram and let everybody know that he did not check his wife. He didn't say I checked my wife. Swizz Beatz got on Instagram and let everybody know I did check my woman. That's how powerful Usher is. He let a man fill his woman up on Super Bowl, and then he got on Instagram the next day. He could have just not said nothing. He decided he want to come out and say, I didn't say nothing to her. He let the world know I'm a big, you know what I'm saying? She on me. And that's what this has done to us, man. Not understanding the protection of the home. Not understanding how you should be with your husband, with your wife, all that. And it comes from misunderstandings like this. Understand that Adam and Eve were real people that got thrown off because of a lie, because they wanted to look at something else. We have that problem going on right now today, to where we want to look at other things. We have everything right here. The Most High gave you the knowledge and the power to run the earth, but we want to look. But when He gives you that knowledge, it's become for you to overcome what's in the earth, not for you to go and join what's in the earth. He's given us this knowledge to overcome the principalities that's ruling our people. All right, read some more on that.
Come on. Which the Lord God hath made. And he said unto the women, yea, have God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Right, so understand that a snake was not telling the woman that, right? So let me get you a precept for that. Give me Revelations 20:2. We're going to get precepts today. So we can understand that. Understand that stuff does not go on like that. All right, because you thinking it was a snake, that means you just let it know, your woman gonna let nobody come and give her advice. That's what's going on right now. That's why the Christian pastor is ruling men's household. That's why men that have homosexual tendencies are, so like if I can say, I hope I don't get kicked off, but the alphabet boys rule your house because you thought a snake came in and did that. All right, read.
Okay, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 20. Verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent.
That what?
That old serpent.
Now, can a serpent turn into a dragon? It can't, right?
Right.
So, of course, they let you know it's talking figurative. It's being spiritual, what it's talking about. It's talking about that same serpent, that spirit has gotten stronger. The Bible don't never contradict itself. It never does. Now, I tell you what else it say about him. Keep going.
Which is the devil and Satan.
So we're telling you that bastard that was in that garden, that serpent, he's the Satan and the devil. He encompasses that whole spirit that's against us, that's against the Most High God. And you have to wrap your mind around knowing that serpent spirit is still here right now. It's stuff that's going to happen. We don't know what made Eve listen to him that day. We don't know what made Adam listen to his rib that day. You never know. You never want to be caught in that weak moment to where you just can't make a decision according to the laws of God. You never want to, because that's how the scriptures say Satan hunts you. He say he hunts you like a roaring lion.
Right.
Does anybody know how a lion hunts? A lion hunts you when he hunts you when you're at your weakest angle. Lions don't go straight up at you all the time. They can't get a jungle because they know how to hunt. They're not going to come at you when you're ready for them. Look at the gazelle. You ever watch Animal Planet? They don't do that. They catch them gazelles from an angle. They pounce up on them. Boom. They weren't ready. That's how the spirit of Satan come up on our people. A lot of times we don't even know it. A lot of our brothers are in jail because of that spirit. Because something just hit them all of a sudden. Or they got emotional. A lot of our sisters out here in strip clubs got diseases and stuff like that. Because they listen to that serpent. Because it was thrown off of what's in this Bible. All right? Keep reading.
And bound him 1,000 years.
Right.
Verse 3. And cast him into the bottomless pit.
Right.
And shut him up.
All right, just drop that, man. So a lot of these misconceptions about this stuff is what you have to understand. It leads to so much more, man. And that's when the scriptures say the truth shall make you free. That's one of the heaviest scriptures in there. Because if you don't know the truth, you cannot be free. You are bound by so much in this earth, by the pressures of the world to make the money, in a world that's trying to make you make the least amount of money. They want to give your woman the most amount of money so she can talk crazy to you. And all this time, they expect you to not break a law. Right. Now, if you're not in the truth, that sounds preposterous when it's that much easy to go and break the law. But that's what we got to realize. That's what they want us to do. That's what they want us to do. And they'll sit back and say, I ain't have nothing to do with that. Right. That's why this boot kiss thing is such a major thing right now. What we do on the street, we make that serpent when he come around us, he come up to us if he want to. We're not gonna hurt you, but you're gonna feel the power of the Most High and kiss them boots. Or you're gonna leave. One or two. That's right. But you're not gonna get over on us. That's why that boot kiss has to go. It has to continue going on, what I mean. Anybody, you get offended about that all you want. But that same bastard that's kissing our boots is the reason that you don't believe in God. That you think you believe in God, you think you're serving God, but you're serving a lustful bastard that hates you. Right? Keep going with that. It's like give me Genesis 1:26. All right, this is another one that people like to always get confused.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image. Right. After our likeness. Right. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea.
Right. Well, that's going back to the knowledge I'm talking about. He gave that knowledge to Adam to run the earth. Right. But Adam was in a low state when he gave it to him, right? He was in a low state. So if he was somebody, let's say somebody came out of a poverty situation where he was doing something, just doing whatever was in front of him. If his folks was robbers and thieves, he was going to be robbers and thieves. Let's say what they call product of your environment, right? Without this truth, most of us will be a product of our environment. Right. The good thing about this truth is it brings us together. It don't matter where you come from. You got brothers in here that have been to prison for drugs or murder. You got brothers in here that's rocket scientists. You got brothers in here that work at regular jobs their whole life. You got brothers that ain't never committed a crime. That truth bonds us all. Right? And that's why they don't want this to be bonded. With us and the Mexicans, all that stuff. You know how amazing that is us to get Mexicans in here? Right. Anybody, Northern tribe? We at the point now that would be a great thing when we see a Mexican walk in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's how much they got us hating each other right now. Right? We had a situation the other day at the slavery where a brother got mad because a Mexican called him the N-word. And I'm thinking like, this brother, that's the truth. Like, nigga not knowing the truth just made you have an enemy. Mm-hmm. When you really don't know, neither one of y'all know no better. He called him the N-word to insult him. The brother took it as it was like it was a devil. Mm-hmm. That's what the truth do to us, man. The truth would have had that where he would have known this is my brother. And it almost turned into something where somebody could have died. You know? Because people, that's what saying the truth will make you free. But not knowing the truth will get you locked up. That's a fact.
Right. Going back to what you were saying, when you said Adam was in a low state, mm-hmm. Adam was like any other man. Right. You understand? Mm-hmm. Think about this example. When you're born and you watch a child move, you brothers assume y'all years down the line, you're going to have children. If you watch a child move, they'll crawl about. And they'll just grab any old thing. Right. They'll touch any old thing. They'll put it in their mouth. You want to know why? Because they're developing sight. They're developing touch. They're developing understanding different textures. Mm-hmm. They want to know what they can eat, what they can't eat. They're looking at you to find out what's wrong, what's right. That's how man was. That's how man learned. Mm-hmm. They learned because they just put stuff in their mouth. Mm-hmm. Adam was given the knowledge to know by God what to eat and what not to eat. He knew before he had to put it in his mouth. Why? Because you could die back in the day off of diarrhea. Mm-hmm. Diarrhea was taking people out. Right. But Adam had the foresight and he had the knowledge from the Most High to know, no, you can't eat that at the ocean because that cleans the ocean. Right. Don't eat that. Eat this rather. You understand? Don't eat this pig. This pig cleans up the land. Instead, eat that cow because that cow regurgitates its food over and over in different stomachs. He eats grass. So we can eat the cow, but you can't eat the pig.
Right.
That's what it means that Adam was brought from that low state.
Right.
That base man, the Neanderthal man, is what they teach you in school. You understand? That understanding of I'm gonna sleep with a woman of my own nation. That's the powerful thing. Why? Because you're keeping your bloodline pure. As opposed to just sleeping with anything. Now you got, we don't know who Michael Jackson kids is. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty convinced it ain't Ghost or Blake.
Right.
The ones they trying to tell us them his kids?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You understand? That's why it's important not to deal with these other nations, because it causes confusion. But yeah.
Right, definitely. I got a precept. Pull 1 Corinthians 2:14 to what he just said. That's exactly what that was. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the right people around you guiding you, you're gonna do what they're doing. That's why it's people out here that feel like they're justified in murdering, stealing. Imagine someone that grew up that got molested as a child. A lot of those people grow up and have to fight the obsession to molest a child, because that's what they saw. That's what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? It always affects that person as they grew up. As a child. That's why I said the scripture say raise up the child in the way they should go. That's an impressionable thing. I think at a certain age, they about 13 or 14. When they get that age, they all who they're gonna be. And that's a very important time in a child's life to have their father. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the father. With the mother, you know what I'm saying, and have the correct guidance. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the ISUPK is so needed in these streets, because if we can get our young people to grasp that, it'll change a lot. But the reason they don't understand that is because they read that scripture right there.
Okay, it's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receives not the things of the Spirit of God.
The natural man, you doing what you would naturally do, like get angry at your brother and go kill him. That's a natural thing. A brother trespass you and you don't go get counsel and you just go do something to that brother. That natural man is in jail. That natural man will get you killed.
Right.
That natural man will have you seeing nothing but loss in your life. If you can go pick any gangster that's been in the streets over 10 years, and he probably ain't never heard that scripture before. He did what came naturally to him. And that sounds like what we were taught to do. Don't that sound like it flows like a river? I tell you, go do what feels natural to you. Right. That's what they telling our people to do right now. That's why you have the what can we say online? LGBT. Hope that but that's why that's so fluent in the earth. They want people to do what they feel. When them same people are doing that because somebody did something to them. They had some kind of trauma. Instead of dealing with that, they want to go do what they feel.
It's like right to expound on that, especially for younger brothers. Your older brothers could take this too and learn. But that's so important for younger brothers, especially because that natural man, we've been taught that's what's strength, right? So we think that the gangster is who we should aspire to be.
Right.
When that's not strength. Right. No, that's what you naturally can do. That's the easy thing to do. That's what the weak man would do. Right. The strong man will learn how to deal with his brother. Right. See, that's supernatural. If the natural man will murder his brother, what's supernatural? Learning how to solve conflicts between you and your brother, right, and then expanding it to the nation. Right. Now you running a government. Right. That's what a supernatural man will do. Right. You understand? You wonder why the white man goes around the earth and pume and do all this crime? Because he got behind him an army that you don't want to touch, that nobody on this earth wants to touch. I just seen they was dropping bombs over in Palestine. And Biden just sent the care package and dropped food out the same sky. So you don't know if it's death or food.
That's it.
That's what the supernatural man will do. And brothers, if y'all adhere to that, if you get in these classes and you become that man that's in these scriptures that we teaching here in the ISUPK and the Commander John, then you will see the powers, that supernatural power that you see on TV with Superman, when you see bullets bouncing off him, bullets that bounce off you. Not literal bullets, but I'm talking about every conflict that comes your way, you become a man that you are so what's the seasoned in how you should deal with conflicts and how you should deal with certain situations. Conflicts just bounce off you like bullets off Superman.
Right.
And then people look at you be like, man, it's just something about you.
Right.
People come up to us and they say, man, y'all look like y'all don't play. I be hearing brothers, they don't really know us, you know what I'm saying? When we come in the area, they trying to figure us out. And they say, man, he quiet. And then you'll hear him argue, no, he ain't quiet. He just observing. He watching.
Right.
But if he mess with you, he'll be cool with you. They trying to figure it out. Because it ain't normal. When you put on that jacket, that Hebrew Academy jacket cover, you put that on, people coming to you, you FBI?
Right. All the time.
You would the no. But see, it's because you dedicate your life to this discipline, you become a supernatural man, not the natural man. And we've been conditioned to want to be like the natural man when the natural man is the weaker man.
Right.
So they want us what? Weak.
Mm-hmm.
They want our defenses down. They don't ever want us to rise up and learn how to communicate with each other. Because now, instead of me killing you off, like how they want us to do in them abortion clinics and whatnot, now I see you and I let you raise up your seed and my seed, and we all come up together in the same neighborhood, under the same law, under the same understanding, and we may have had beef, but we put that to the side and we solved it. Now we done raised up generations, and we both get to sit back and watch our generations interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now this generation grow to a strong army. You see?
Right.
That's the supernatural man. The natural man will kill himself off. We naturally are on the path to death in our base mind. That's why we smoke that weed.
Right.
We'll put that blunt, we'll put that cigarette to our mouth and it say, we'll kill you.
Right.
They had to make it a law.
Right. That's crazy.
They had to make it a law to say, this will kill you. Because they knew you was going to pick it up and you was going to smoke that blunt. You got cats now, you walk around, they know that thing hanging on the side of their waist is a purse. Nigga, that's a purse.
Right.
But naturally, everybody accepts it as fashion.
Right.
So you go ahead and put on your purse.
Right.
Then you start putting your hair in a bun. Not straight back like a man would do.
Mm-hmm.
You put the bun on the top. That right there on me. It's like even it's like even the bun is supposed to be in a certain direction. The bun, from my understanding, was always supposed to be pointed straight back like that.
Right.
Now the bun made its way to on top of their head.
French rolls.
Looking like a Brussels sprout. Looking like something cute.
Bad bitch, right?
He's like you a bad bitch. With your pants sagging all the way to your knees.
Right.
Knowing you walking around your butt crack showing.
Right.
You showing other men your butt crack.
Right.
Now that must mean you want some. That's all that can mean.
Right.
Because you are the natural man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what he was saying. You naturally accepting the homosexuality.
Right.
It don't make you none. You ain't gay.
Right.
Until you get tried and then you find out you might naturally like it. I don't know.
Right.
Now the purse and the pants and the bun make sense.
It makes sense. Right. And if I could, what you just said about how we like that goes to what we saying, accepting everything. Like just imagine, think about that color pink, right? And everybody can attest. I don't know, y'all might not remember. It was a time when no man wore pink.
Right.
It was a time when that you can be nobody, not even folks in the church, wore pink. When I guess it was Cameron and a few other rappers started wearing pink. Now it's okay for a man to wear pink. That's what I'm talking about. You know, and wearing pink don't make you know LGBT, but that's an example of what I'm saying, right? This we give over to so much stuff. We don't fight for nothing. We don't stand for nothing. All time I ever seen men and brothers stand up together when they try to make us wear them damn rompers. That's the only time I ever seen brothers come together and say,
my brother put on them.
They did? Damn, it's a lot. I'm glad I missed that. Hey, we give in to anything, man. Whatever they put in front of us. Yeah, they did do that.
They brought, after the Rumpers failed, they said, okay, we're going to hit y'all with the hoochie daddy.
And they still trying to rock them. This is a nigga with hoochie daddy. What is it, 7 degrees outside? It's a nigga outside with hoochie daddy shorts on right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got to stop, man. We got to stop giving in to anything, man. We got to get back to our culture, for one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the fact, you know what I'm saying, they trying to make fringes like, put it on female clothes and all the time. A woman can wear her fringes, but look here. That's for the men to wear. The men don't know we're supposed to wear them. And that's why we got to have these kind of talks where we understand what's in the Bible. We don't know our culture, man. We think our culture is rocking suits all the time and you know, dressing like them, basically. We don't know that our culture is the gold teeth, the gold chains, you know what I'm saying? Right. The braids and the beards. It looked rough, but the scriptures say they're gonna go, there's gonna be men in rough raiment. Right. That's what's gonna get the truth. But we weren't told that. We were told that by lying bastards in the church. You know, but that was a good point I want for sure. Finish that off for them.
For they are foolishness unto him.
Foolishness. You know, you are foolishness when you do stuff that come natural to you. And that's what we're looking like right now. The black man in America looks foolish right now. You got who represents us in the eyes of the world? Kanye West, that's our representative. Jay-Z. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's our representative. They think that's who represents us. A nigga who set his brothers out for a job. A nigga who say all this, I'm a Jew, then go marry a white woman and get blonde hair. That's who they say is supposed to lead us. That's when they think of black people, that's what they're thinking about right now. And that's why they don't mind shooting us down. You know what I'm saying? That bastard Jay-Z slid up in there, was all in the White House. He don't realize he the reason people 13, 14-year-old boys get killed. They don't want another Jay-Z. They're gonna stop you because you bragging about how you was a drug dealer and you here. You think they gonna what they did with Christ? What they did with Christ? They tried to kill Christ at birth. That spirit is still here. Right. They're gonna try to stop that. Right. So he is the reason brothers getting killed, but he comes out against a brother who stands and kneels for brothers getting killed. But that's our representative. You know why? Because we think a damn snake talked to a woman. We think Adam was the first man. We think the Bible is a fairy tale. Right. So we're going to just listen to whoever got the most money. Right. All these misunderstandings that were put in front of us as children is the reason why we died. The reason why we're still trying to figure it out. The reason why a lot of our people don't even know who Commander General Hunter is, which I think should be a crime. You know what I'm saying? Should pay a fine if you don't know who that man is by now, right? But it ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be our job to make sure you know his name. No eyes, you can understand who that bounty is. But your pastor has done a number on our people. Them pastors, they did a number. And I have to sometimes make myself look at clips and be like, what the hell is it? It's the show. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to stand up here and dance in front of you. Y'all like shows and the feel good. You got to stop that. Because our people are overly concerned. That natural man, he's going to do what feels good. That's why our people like going to church. That's why our people like getting high. That natural man, all he want to do is get to his lusts. Right. That nigga don't want to go to work. Right. He don't want to make no money. He don't want to clean up. He don't want to do nothing. He just want to enjoy his lust all day. And it's trickled down to the women in church. Right. That's why we can't come together on certain things. Right? Keep reading that.
Come on. Neither can he know them. Right. Because they are spiritual discerned.
Right. You won't ever get spiritual discernment if you can't put down your natural wants and needs. That's why I love the Day of Atonement. You know, it took me a couple of years, honestly, to actually appreciate what the Day of Atonement is. A day when you can't drink nothing and eat nothing for a day. And I promise you stick to that. And don't cheat and no lies, because you can cheat and nobody will know. Don't cheat. Do it. When it come up this year, do it. You're going to understand the difference between you and everybody else in the world. Because another nigga can't do that. Another nigga ain't finna do that 24 hours, go sun up to sundown, don't eat and drink. For what? You know what I'm saying? What? Shit. You know what I'm saying?
These niggas can't even go 15 minutes on the job without a cigarette.
Right.
The employees,
right.
the employers been gave it.
Right.
They just letting you go. They just letting them smoke now. They can't stop this.
Because you would be like telling nigga, man, I'm gonna fire you if you keep staying outside. Nigga gonna go outside. Like they going, they like, I got smoke. I can't be here all night. Well, let me go home. Nigga go home. Well, if he can't smoke that cigarette, and I'm glad he said it, because I've dealt with that firsthand. Like nigga will go home. If you tell him you can't be sitting in your car smoking, nigga will be like, man, well, put me on 7 miles. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me the foolish shit. Like, damn, what about your kids? What about your wife? What about this?
Little cigarettes.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. We want to rule the kingdom, but we can't put stuff like that down. Like, you know what I'm saying? People, like,
you had a question up?
Nah, I was just gonna say, just wanted to add what you were saying, man. You won't even take the job when you say you can't smoke on the job. You know what I'm saying?
It's some of the people that can be like in high paying positions, but they couldn't get the entry level job because you didn't want to put your weed down for a little while. So I'm talking about, you know how bad that is? Like, you get a job, you get a drug test at one time. It's folks that cannot pass the drug test.
Right.
You know, so you can probably start back when you get the job. They can't even get to the point of the drug test, right?
Right.
So that's just, that demon, like, you don't care about nothing else. You don't care about even finessing your job to get the job, right? They don't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just put it down all together because it's making you stupid and stupider every other day.
Yeah, right.
They telling you that right now they're saying it got cancer in it, and what's that thing make men feminine? What's that stuff they put in estrogen in it now? You know, they saying all that now. So why touch it? You know, why not just go to the gym and work out? You know,
it used to be called strong. They call it Zaza.
Zaza. That's so sweet. Sweet. Let's say hard. Zaza. Exotic. You went from exotic, Zaza. You right. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
How you go from strong to Zaza?
Strong to Zaza. Finish that out for more.
Oh, okay. Verse 15.
That's it on that?
Yeah.
All right. Give me Genesis 1:26. Let's stick with that. Because a lot of the main misconceptions came from the beginning, you know. A lot of people ain't made it to the actual laws of God that he put on paper because of this stuff. So we got to talk about it, all right?
Okay.
All right, keep going.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creep upon the earth. Verse 27.
Right.
So God created man in his own image, and in the image of God created he, him. Male and female created he, them.
Right. So is that saying he just made Adam right there?
No,
it's not saying that. It doesn't say that anywhere. He's saying he created man, he, them. That's groups of people. More than one, plural, made. That's right there in the Bible. So Adam was not the first man.
Right.
All right. I don't think he called Adam's name till, if I'm not mistaken, what's that? The next chapter? If I'm not mistaken, is that go to chapter 2 and 18. I think it's chapter 2, verse 18, when he bring up Adam.
Huh.
Go to Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. It's either 15, it's something up, 15 or 18.
And when you break down the Hebrew, Adam, which is Adama in Hebrew, that was the name for man. It wasn't called man.
Right.
It was Adama.
Right.
So man was just as it is now, a general term for mankind.
Right.
Womankind.
Right.
So, even understanding, you got to know some Hebrew.
Right, exactly. Learning Hebrew has helped you out a lot. I think the eyes should be careful looking at ones who actually break down the Hebrew. I don't see no other groups having Hebrew, because I don't follow no other groups either, but if I'm wrong, correct me. But I don't see no other groups teaching the Hebrew. I see a bunch of Israels and Israelites and all this Yiddish crap, man. And that helps you understand that we know what we're talking about. All right, read that for me.
Okay, it's the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 19. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam, to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
Right, so he gave him the common sense to know what to name the animals and stuff like that. That's the gift the Most High gave Adam. Right? Read 2:18.
That was 2:19, sir.
Read 2:18.
Come on. This book of Genesis 2:18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that man should be alone.
Right.
I will make him a helpmate for him.
Keep going.
Verse 19. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them.
Right, go down 21.
Come on. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Right.
And he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Right, so the Christian church had you believe what? What y'all learned in church about the rib? What y'all ever heard that story?
Come on.
What they said?
It's like basically they took a rib, his literally rib, and made Eve out of his.
Right. Now you see the backwardness of the Christian church. They'll tell you that God created heaven and earth. But for some reason, they'll tell you that he made the heavens and earth in a week, first of all. But then turn around and say that he had to come down and do surgery and cut a man's rib out. He had to do all that, but he made the earth in 7 days. That makes sense? Don't make sense, all right? That's not what they're saying. Deep sleep, man, that brother was like about his business. It's but he wasn't looking for it. He wasn't walking around, on the hunt, you know what I'm saying, looking for a rib. You know what I'm saying? Lord brought that rib into his life. That's like you going about your business every day, you meet a sister that you click with, it's something about this sister and you keep her. That's the Lord breaking that sister. If she's righteous now, you know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? Better, of course, you know what I'm saying? This situation, it worked out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord made it work out. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 22. And the rib which the Lord God hath taken from man, made he a woman.
Right.
And brought her into the man.
Right. Yeah, that's why you hear a lot of time now, because we don't want to use that word rib. Right? You're talking about a sister that come from your what? Come from your tribe. Right. You ain't saying you got no rib, you go marry some white woman, right? Some Arab woman. That's not somebody flesh of your flesh, blood of your blood. Lord hates interracial dating, man. Right. That's something they don't tell you in the scripture. Really against interracial dating. Your proof is the flood. He flooded the whole earth because of interracial dating. When they say that the sons of God marry the daughters of men, that's talking about you, our people, dating, marrying, having sex with people of other races. You are the sons of God, they are the daughters of men. Right. That's what they're talking about. And he flooded the whole earth because of that. So that's a very important thing. Right? Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 23. And Adam said, this is now bones of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Right. So that's what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to have some kind of surgery about that, but that's not how that worked. All right. Any questions you got? Let's get into some other little simple ones they lie about. Let's get into this is a good one. Let's go into, give me Numbers, give me Isaiah 56-12. All right? Because this is one here. You see this cup right here? This cup does have alcohol in it. I'm bringing it up for a reason. Christian churches always told you that drinking was a sin, right? Anybody ever heard that? Right. That you can't drink. They will hold the Bible up and tell you that you cannot drink alcohol. We're going to break that down. That was an issue that even Christ dealt with. We're going to break that down. Give me Isaiah 56-12. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink.
Right, he said what?
With strong drinks.
We're going to fill ourselves with strong drink. Right? That's talking about liquor. Right? This is a priest. This is Isaiah talking. Keep going.
And tomorrow shall be as this day.
Right. So you can't, it is occasions where you are allowed to drink. It is not a sin to drink. Right? That's what the Christian pastor will have you thinking that. But a lot of times, these pastors will tell you that they be smoking a cigarette. Like Marvin King. Marvin King smokes cigarettes every day. But you told somebody he's not a man of God, they don't want to hear that. But they got pictures of this bastard with Newports coming out of his mouth.
Right.
He was supposed to be a pastor. You know what I'm saying? That's the backwards world that we live in. Okay? All right, now let's go up to, now this is what you shouldn't be when you come to drinking. That's what you misconstrue. You cannot be a drunkard. You cannot be a person that gets drunk. That's the sin. It ain't a sin to drink, but it is a sin to be a person that gets drunk. And the way you can't go out and nobody, we gotta worry about this brother. Come on, brother. You don't want to be that brother or that sister. It's okay to party, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get it up all weekend Passover. Looking forward to it. But it's going to be in moderation. You ain't going to see folks around here getting drunk, want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's going to be regular drinking stuff going on. But not like how I do in the world. Where 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to get bodily harm or you got to go to counsel the next day or get family. Go ahead.
So would drunk be like, you know, you're not really focusing. You're not really.
Yeah, the way you're not able to have a conversation no more. If you notice you're somewhere with brothers and you notice in your conversation getting slurred and either go home, you know, leave and say, I'm out, you know what I'm saying, had enough. Don't just be hanging out all like that drinking. Don't stop drinking, drink water. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, show discipline. The key thing about a priest, you know what I'm saying, or daughter of Zion is showing discipline. The world does not have discipline right now. Right. The world is not able to control themselves, control their emotions. So some of them should not drink. So the last thing you want to do is be talking about I'm an Israelite, I'm believing this and that, and then somebody see you somewhere laid over slump. Right. Or somebody see you somewhere high. You know, that's the worst thing you want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of you doing all that? You're going to represent it in that way. But guess what? Guess what? You can be like that and still be a part of it. You can go to church. You can be a known drunk, a known weed head, a known crackhead, a known prostitute. The pastor don't care. He just wants your money. He's not going to correct you. He's not going to stop you. He don't care if you a stud or none of that. You know, especially them stud things. Like they took over church, low key. If I'm using the right word for them. You know what I'm saying? They all through the church right now. Right. And the pastor don't even speak on it. Because they bringing in money. Go ahead, what you got?
It's like, sir, they like to say, come as you are.
Come as you are.
Like that's in the scripture.
Right. With your short skirt, your breasts out, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You know, head cover you a man. No instructions in what we doing. The Most High made it very specific of how we supposed to move out here, man. Right. All right? Read that for me. Read that Isaiah 5 and 11. Yeah, 5 and 11.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 11. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drinks.
Right. Don't be that person where you getting up in the morning and you drinking like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself. Right. That's what he's saying. Don't do that. That will make you a drunkard. You don't ever want to get to that point where you just are doing anything in excess, eating, drinking, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get to a point where you have no discipline in what you do. Right. All right? Keep finish that off.
Come on. And continue until night, till wine inflames them.
Right, just drinking all day and all night. That's a wine. You know, you don't want brothers can't do that. All right? That brother, most times brothers that's like that, they are oppressed, they got some kind of depression going on, and they have not seen counsel. That's what counsel come in at. Most times when you see brothers out on the street, always remember that brother, something happened to the brother. That's the difference between you seeing a homeless brother and a homeless devil. That devil, 9 times 10, they got an uncle or a father or somebody they just don't like right now. They can call them right now and say, I'm sorry, and they'll be all right. You know, they just chose to go be on drugs. That black man been through trauma. You know what I'm saying? That sister that's out there been through some trauma. They can't, that you look at them, don't always blame them. Blame the oppressor for putting them in that situation. That's what happened. Because that's not naturally how we are. That's why the Most High is saying that's a sin. We're not naturally like that. We're not naturally over-accept alcoholics and drug addicts. That's not our thing. Like, look at weed. When you think about weed, they made that our culture. That's a hippie drug. That's something white boys were smoking in the 70s. That we started smoking and we picked up now. That stigma is on us as the blunt smokers and stuff like that. When they getting high 48 hours a day, so like it. They add a day to it, you know?
Right.
Right. So just we got to get out of that mindset. A lot of that's gonna come back to us following our own culture. How we dress, how we move. You know, so speaking of how we dress, give me numbers 15 and 38. There's another one we got to deal with. You know, we see all the time. And our dress code, you know, something we don't understand.
Come on.
Right? Read that for me.
This is the book of...
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garment throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders of ribbon of blue.
Right, so do what they gonna put? They put fringes on the borders, right? That what it said?
Okay.
Right, so what's be considered a border? You see a lot of Israelites wearing their fringes. You will see them wear them on the bottom of their t-shirt. A lot of them do that, you know. But that's incorrect for a couple reasons. The main reason in Hebrew, if anybody got a smartphone and you pull out your phone, you look up Hebrew definition of border, which is matters over everything, it's going to tell you it's separating two territories. That's what it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you a border. That's why they call that thing between Mexico and America a border. Now, it's not on the end of a land where it's an ocean. It's separating two land masses. Right? So that's the common sense part of it. So when you see somebody wearing that, that's let you know that the person that taught them that did not know the Bible. They don't even understand the spirit of the Most High. Because if you understand the spirit of the Most High, what he does, what has he done from the beginning to the end? What he doing? Give me in one word. If you tell me something Most High does all the time.
Kills.
No. It's you holding in your hand. Go ahead.
Bible.
What's the other word? You close.
Holy.
What holy mean?
That's like separate.
Separate. He separates everything. So understand that this Bible is a flowing water. Ain't no contradictions. It's all links up together. It's separating two territories. It's not supposed to be on the end of nothing. Right? Now, read the part where it said throughout. You had something? You can say something?
I want to ask, is t-shirts even considered garments?
That's underwear. Your t-shirt is made out of underwear. It's not the same thing.
Right.
Your pants is a garment. This would be considered a garment.
Right.
Not nothing that's made on the clothes. Right?
Right.
But pull up the one, I'll read where it say throughout.
Come on. And I bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations.
So when you hear the word throughout, does that mean every day? Does that mean wear it everywhere you go, all the time? When you go somewhere to the gym, stuff like that? That's not what that means. If your boss say, hey, I'm going to come check up on you throughout the week, that means your boss going to come see you Monday. He may come see you Thursday. Right. May come see you Friday. May just see you there one time. Right? Is when he handling business, right?
Right?
That's the same thing with the friend. You wear your friends when you're going to camp, when you're doing class, when you're doing the work of the Lord. You can wear them anytime you want to, but it's not saying you have to wear them every day, right? I had to deal with a fake Israelite that IUIC cat. I had to cut him with that because he said we supposed to wear it throughout. That's not what that means. That's the kind of misunderstanding. When you got people that's leading people that don't have that simple understanding, You got to worry about what the state of our people is, because those people that taught him that, he has what? How many perpetrators is it? Salaki, how many lavender lads is it out here? Right? That's why this stuff has to be addressed. Right? That's why this stuff got to be addressed out here, man. Because that little simple misunderstanding is killing our people. All right? What else we got? Yeah, so our whole dress code. Matter of fact, read some more on it. I think it's some more about all the dress code stuff in there.
Come on. In that day, put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue. Verse 39. And it shall be upon you, unto you, Salaki, for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them. Right. And that ye seek not after your own heart, in your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring. Verse 40. That ye may remember and do all my commandments. Right. It's a reminder to do the commandments, right? So don't look at that like you wear your fringes. You that's when you follow the Most High. If you ain't got your fringes on, you can go back to being Ricky. That ain't what that means. Right? That means you wearing the fringes when you're doing the work of the Lord. But it does not mean you got to wear them every day. And it definitely don't mean put them on the bottom of your t-shirt. All right? Right. All right. Another thing we got to look at when they say the beard. I think that's in there too, right? It's to say something about the beards and making bombs on your head. Am I reading? Hold on, Salaki. That may be in Deuteronomy. You don't want to say this, Salaki.
If I could, about that, about the garments, it's almost as if you got the spirit of Cain on you when he gave the lesser offering to the Most High. If you take up the idea that you're going to put some fringes on a t-shirt, $10 a t-shirt. Right. Here you are, brothers put fringes on garments that they need custom made to serve the Most High in his high holy days and all these street corners. These $200 garments. Right. These is the best of what brothers got. Right. And here you come in a $20 t-shirt with some little fringes on it, talking about some I keep the law. Right. Well, you make it real cheap when you do that. Right. Right. You know? Right. You make it real unrepresenting. When really the whole idea is to be almost boisterous with it. To almost be separate. Right. To be holy with it. They should look at you and say, this here different. But you putting fringes on a t-shirt is equivalent to prison fashion. Right.
So like a certain way.
Go ahead.
It also made me think like on a Pharisee tip, like you just want to be, you want to be seen all the time. They put the fringes on in gym, workout gyms.
Well, that's the thing is that they don't care how they appear. Right. When they are seen. Right. It's because they believe, it's in me, it ain't on me. Right. When no, it should shine on you because it's in you. Right. When you know what I'm saying, like Christ said, not to hide our lights under our candles under the table. Right. So it's just real halfway ass way to do the Israelite thing to say you in, but you ain't really offending nobody. Right. You understand? When you walk in with them boots, braids, and them fringes on, your fringes should make a cracker feel just. Right. Look at this thing. I know he's up to no good.
Why you got that on?
Right. But when they see a fake Israelite with them little fringes on their t-shirt, they accept them. They okay, this is all right. Right. Yeah. Okay, I understand. It's a phase you're going through. You guys, we can accept this. Right. This is acceptable. But what we do in the UK is unacceptable. Right. You understand? It stands out. Right. You might get some pushback from society. People might have an opinion. Nobody really has an opinion about a fake Israelite's tassel other than it looks weak. Right. Look very soft.
I think that might be the definition of some soft raiment. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a dress on half the time. Right. It does not look militant, right, at all. Like people don't realize, man, when brothers in this Bible walked up on people, you know, they didn't know if it was going to be war or peace. They didn't know. Right. Nigga had to come out, shalom, good. Like, you know, let people know that's the spirit of, that's the, this, what it say, Exodus 3:18, 18:3, he is a man of war. What you think a man of war vibe gonna be like? He's gonna be intimidating the people. Like we did the panel with the people. The first thing dude brought up was we intimidate each other too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't be scared of your brother then. Don't look at your brother and be like, okay, he gonna hurt me. Be like, okay, that brother might protect me. Look at it like that. Don't be like I'm trying to threaten you. That's just the spirit that Martin Luther King put on us, though, man. That's the spirit that came from that church. The way you can't, you have to tuck your head. You have to tuck your head to be a part of this kingdom. You gonna get a job. You gotta go and if you going with braids and a beard and your boots and your fringes on right now, they probably not gonna want to hire you. That means they want you literally to tuck your tail to get this job. And then you gotta pay taxes. You gotta you gotta forget your culture, shave your beard. Some people don't want you at their job with a beard. That's the issue you got to have. Right. You know, you can't have your braids. You know, why you got the fringes off? You know, put the tie on. We not allowed to have our culture and make money in this planet. I mean, they want us to put everything down and come over to their way just to pay your bills. Go ahead.
It's like any type of masculinity, they want to just say, you got to strip that.
You got to strip that. It's too much. You can't be in this office scaring all the men and making all the women knees weak. You can't do this. Right. That's not what we hired you to do. We hired you so we can tell you to do this, do that. And your head be tucked. You come the next day, I need you here 5 years at least, you know, trying to come out of your hole. Right. I want you to say, this is your American dream. Right? So that's why we got to come back to this Bible, man, because we got to understand that all the economics of freedom that we need to depend on each other is in this Bible. Right? I got to always bring up, you know, the Muslims was able to bring a network together because they didn't mind following Elijah Muhammad. There's nothing impressive about Elijah. I see Gentleman Hunter, you feel the man power. So like your bones sound like a magician when I say that. But you be around them generals, you're going to understand you're around men of the Lord. I saw nothing impressive when I saw Elijah Muhammad, right? What Elijah Muhammad did do, though, he soothsayed to niggas. He soothsayed to the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Muslims loved everybody. They made us think that they was militant for a while. But when the money came in behind closed doors, they gave in like everybody else. That's why it became what? A prison religion. Because the niggas he ended up having to go and sell drugs, steal, kill each other, steal, to make $1. So you go pick this whole other guy, but you got you end up in prison. And that's why niggas end up loving Muslims so much. Because you go to jail, that's what you see in prison. You know what I'm saying? Right. Those cellmates 9 times out of 10 had a damn Quran. But what do you see? Where them Arabs was at though, man? Was them Arabs in them prisons? Where them Arabs at, man? Them Arabs in them gas stations. Right. Them Arabs collecting checks. Right. They might have one of our sisters back there pregnant, working for them. That's the only time I see one of us in there. That might be a damn African. They work very closely with them Africans. But they won't let a brother stand out in front of the thing selling cigarettes. They'll call the police on you about that. You lose your life behind that.
So like, man, my experience with a lot of Muslims, man, I see that they a lot of them still do the same thing Christians do, man. Like they still celebrate, you know, Christmas. They still I mean, like,
man, Farrakhan said when Farrakhan came, what he said about he said he believed in Christ now. Right. You know, which I think he's talking about white Jesus. I don't think he's talking about your house shot, but of course he switched all though. He like a Scientologist now. It's not the same, man. There's so many sections of that crap now. They way broke up now, but that time in them 60s and 70s, they was able to come together and get that network. Now, we able to do that at least for a short time on Command Junior Hunter, where all these fake Israelites understood stuff we putting down today. You know what I'm saying? We will be a force right there. It will force Christ to go ahead and do that, right? But we're not doing it. Our people not doing it. We got to go to war with our brothers and battle about where you gonna put your damn fringes at. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have a discussion about, can I have more than one wife? Because you can't get more than one wife.
Right.
That's what the division we got right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, which is crazy, man. We gotta stop that. We got to stop coming with them lies. Christianity did enough number on us, right? We got Christian Israelites, you know, that are destroying the movement now. It's making it look bad, right? You know, ISUPK, the only thing we got left. Let's get into we got a thing that I want.
Nah, that's it. I mean, you get it on the head.
And well, let's get into okay. Give me Salak. Give me Leviticus 21:1.
Okay, so this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 1.
Right.
And the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say unto them, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people.
Right. So this right here scripture is talking about people going to funerals, right? Now, I'm bringing this up right now because the Christian church has made us think that it's an absolute sin to speak profanity. Now, we try not to speak profanity because we don't want to get took off the airwaves. But it's not a sin to say that, right? That's the thing we have to understand. Christian church, all our life made you think that those words were an actual sin. So when you go to church, you be out there, they don't care. You can be really on the block saying whatever you want to say. You walk in there, they tell you what, this is the Lord's house. Don't say this. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they're about to condemn you to hell about some words, right? Saying it's profanity. This is what profanity is. This is profane according to the Bible, right? Read that. One of the definitions of profanity.
Verse 2. But for his kin that is near unto him, that is, for his mother, and for his father, and for his son, and for his daughter. Right.
So we're basically saying you do go to a funeral, let it be someone close to you. Now, why is that? If you go to a funeral, you consider unclean for 7 days. This is for priests, right? This is for men that's in the priesthood. That way you're not out of the temple for too long, because 7 days the work got to be done. Right? Keep going.
And for his brother, verse 3, and for his sister, a virgin, that is nigh unto him, which have had no husband, for her may he be defiled.
Right.
Verse 4, but he shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people.
Right. Understand, this is a man that has responsibility in this congregation, in this school, right? You want to do that, and you're gonna miscount, right? You don't want to ever be there. You don't want to ever, like the scriptures say, our righteousness got to exceed the Pharisees. That Christian pastor, he have his ass up there every Sunday, right? He's there. You don't ever want to let them bastards outdo you in the truth. Outdo what we're doing. You feel like we're doing something different, we have to outdo them to the best of our ability, right? So that means always being available. And you cannot be available if you go to everybody's funeral. I remember the time when I was in the Word, I was going to your funeral every other week. You know what I'm saying? You pop up in there, you know. I can only imagine how many funerals I've missed now. I don't regret it. I'm trying to save them same people from getting killed. Right? That's the goal. But let's get another definition of profane, right? That was one definition of profane. Give me Hebrews 12:16. Give you the definition of what profane means. It has nothing to do with what you say. All right? So that's the root role of profanity, if you don't know. It's profane. All right?
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold sold his birthright.
Right. That's what profane would be. Somebody like Esau who gave up his birthright for a morsel of meat. You know, that was profane in the eyes of God. It's not the words that came out of his mouth, it's the actions that he made. That's the misunderstanding of the Bible. You don't want to be profane to the Lord. You know, you can call Esau lost his whole birthright. You don't want to be that. That is a bad thing to do. But it's not the same as you saying a few words that they made up in the 1400s. And that stuff like that, a person that will tell you they're a good person because they don't cuss. I've heard people say that before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're a wicked bastard. You hate all your brothers and sisters. You probably married a white woman. But you saying, oh, I don't cuss. I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
So what would be actually a cuss word?
I would say cuss even an actual, you know, I mean,
curse is, if I say, I wish death on you.
Right.
I'm trying to curse you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put a punishment on you.
Right.
That's what it means to be cursed.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wish you get wrapped around the tree tonight.
Right.
That's what you're not supposed to do.
Right. Yeah, so they breaking that down to like one word here and there and condemning everything else you see. Right. But like I said, the eyes you became, they'll be trying to clean up what we say so we can be on their ways. But people need to understand that's not a sin. Right? Those are words, because some of them words are actually in the Bible or descriptions of those words in the Bible. Right? You tell somebody Christ called a woman a bitch, I mean, they think you're lying. But if you look at a female dog, that's what it is. Right. You know, that's what he called her. You know, and people have to accept that. All right? Right. So we definitely got to get over that misconception of thinking that, man.
And if I could, to sum all this up, is the lie, the main lie which they told was that the laws is done away with.
Right.
You can find that confusion all throughout Peter's writings, where they use that Paul's writings, where they twisted that to say that he was saying that the law is done away with. When Christ said himself, think not, I come to do away with the law. I came not to do away with the law, but to fulfill the law. Right. You understand? So all this stuff that he speaks about today, it hinges around the law. You understand? Not understanding that law is what has destroyed us. Right. Because we are a lawless people. Right. A moralist people. People that lack morals. Right. That's all we are. That's why we let Sexy Red go ahead and, get money out. Right. They knew they could set up a Sexy Red in the black community because they've been experimenting with this. Right. They've been trying out different things, and they saw that it was time that we experienced a Sexy Red. Right. So we could see a level of ratchet that you don't ever want to see come out of your daughter, mouth, you understand, or through her actions. Right. And that's how they keep us a degenerate nation. They are performing psychops on us as a nation. A perfect warfare. In which they don't even have to put us in chains. We destroy ourselves on a daily. And they come and clean up the rest with their drugs and with their oppression. Right. But without that law, we ain't nothing. Without our identity, we ain't nothing. If we don't have a past to look to and a future to look forward to, we got nothing. That's a fact. And that's it. You bring it out about this sexual rig. I was listening to Clubhouse with Captain Zaria. They got mad at him. He was talking about how Erica Badu is ratchet, right? Right. And they were talking about, well, you think Sexy Red and Erica Badu the same person? He said, yeah. And you know why I kept saying that? You gotta understand that at the time we in right now, if Erica Badu would have come out right now, she would have had to be Sexy Red to be popular. Right. Erica Badu did. Right. Boy, that tell her something. And that's another thing. When did you see her? Hey, when did you see that tail as much as you see it now? Yeah, she's selling out right now. It was like she waited. So she know the only way she gonna be hot is sell. That's what she can do that. Because we don't see you next lifetime. She was waiting to die reborn. That's what all that bullshit you were talking about.
Right. Like
she killed the old her and brought this new thing out that got to tell something out this world.
Right.
Her and her daughter.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's what we're talking about.
I said, Pope better stay on the internet. She's going to be simple.
Right. For real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real,
when I stepped to him, I was saying, look, you got to clean all this up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I ever run into it.
Right. Right.
Like, this is how you're supposed to be with a priest.
Yeah, man.
You understand? And they gonna go running, looking for the next lane. She said herself. She said, ladies, right now is the time to cheat with a weak man because all the real men watch football. She running from the real men.
Right.
She running from the real men.
Right.
That was wicked. It's a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's the lifestyle they chose.
Right. Right. And I'm sitting there listening to that. I'm thinking, I said, that's make sure that's the exact scripture where they say they call evil for good and good evil. Because if you hear that clubhouse, they damn to try to crucify Cap for saying that. Right? When that's right on point. She's doing the same thing she's doing.
She's the same ratchet broad as all the rest of them. Lauren Hill, too. She ain't
right. Right.
I love the education of Lauren Hill.
Yeah. Good album.
Probably one of the best hip hop albums ever.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a street hoe.
Right.
She got, 2-3 baby daddies.
Right. Probably working on the fourth.
She fell to the game.
And if she came back out right now, she would be showing her ass. I guarantee if she made it happen right now, she would probably be butt naked on the cover. Because that's the spirit. That's what they would do. She wouldn't even be popular. Look what they did to Jill Scott. They had Jill Scott there blowing the damn. I'm like, why Jill? Damn, I thought, damn. Say that for me, goddamn.
You knew what that walk was about.
Right.
That walk was to the crib for the end game.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy how they did Jill Scott like that.
Yeah, man.
Put out there like that, and then she started wearing them latex suits. Now the thing about Jill Scott is she the type thick that is thick right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when she came, it was almost triple the evil because it gave confidence to the big girls, like, because she was right with it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they try to sprinkle us with Lizzo. We rejected that.
Yeah. She was too much. That was too much. She was like,
dial that back.
She had the basketball game. Yeah. They all I remember the picture of the little devil sitting up there like, what you doing? Like, yeah, that was embarrassing. Right?
They tried that with Lizzo.
Yeah, they should have let Monique and Jill Scott do that a little bit. But yeah, man, that's how easy we get deterred out here, man. Especially with our sisters, man. Like, you know, like, and the crazy part, they get mad at us for saying we got multiple wives, but them women need a real man. They should be to share that man. Them type of women the brother was talking about yesterday. They talking about that Isaiah 4:1. That's the state they in right now. They need a nigga that gonna say, do not wear that. Don't wear that. Don't say that. That's needed. Because guess what? They took the fathers out the home, and you got all these niggas, dope boy niggas, or trick off people who give them money to make them think, you know, it's okay. Right? That's why this stuff got to be reestablished in the earth, man. Because whoredom alone will destroy a nation.
And you know what? The brothers is responsible for a lot of that too. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of brothers you out here weak and you pandering to the broad.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Saying a whole bunch of stuff just to get the draw.
Right.
Just, you know, everybody, we joke about it now, the workplace husband,
mm-hmm.
That's the worst nigga that exists.
That's the worst nigga.
You know, because he going to do whatever,
right.
The opposite of what you do.
Right.
You understand? And that right there is a big part of why women do what they do, because men ain't stepping up. Mm-hmm. You see, I'm a proud chauvinist. I purposely say things that I know gonna get women fired. I say it out loud. Everywhere I go, I say chauvinistic things.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If y'all don't know what a chauvinist is a male that believes in male superiority. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a proud chauvinist. I openly tell women you should cook clean. Right. Watch your mouth, you understand? And they give me pushback always. But see, I did an experiment one time. I showed these women a picture of some biscuits, fresh homemade biscuits my rib made. I said, look what I'm about to go home to. They said, let me see. They said, oh, I could do something like that. I said, yeah, I got you.
Right. Yeah.
You see? See, you wanna feel good about something you created and having a man acknowledge you for that and appreciating you for that.
Right.
You don't want to be that bopper that gets sent up the block once they're done with you.
Right.
After 45 minutes.
Right.
You understand? And that's what because it traumatizes them. Yeah, a lot of these women walk around right now still remembering that door swinging shut when a nigga was through.
Right.
That sound is resonating through their head of the emptiness they felt.
Right.
Once he done took it, got it, and within 45 minutes or less, he was out that door. Right. Completely changed up.
Right.
He was the most nicest gentleman before that. A gentleman.
Right. Gentleman.
Said all the things that needed to be said.
Right.
Did all the things he needed to do. Boy, he hit that ass so fast, it's almost like he didn't even take his pants off half the way.
Right.
He had his pants halfway on his leg and halfway, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he was through with you, he just pulled them up, zipped them up, and got up on out there.
Right.
And you sad as hell because you spent all the weeks and paychecks you done spent at the job to make your house all cozy and nice. You done bought all them towels. You done bought all the extra soaps and drawers and things like Grandma used to teach you to keep the house clean and sanitized. He ain't even use them towels. Or he might have used the face towel.
Right.
Left it on the
Wiped
sink.
out right quick.
Wiped off real quick, didn't count. Now you're looking at this one lonely towel in that empty bedroom, and you realize he got you.
Yeah.
He got you.
Again. Yeah, man.
That's got to be tormenting.
Right.
That's got to be tormenting for a woman whose happiness derives from pleasing a man.
Right. And what the wicked part about it made our Eves feel like picking up a man's spirit. Like they don't realize they can't do that. They step around with a man. A man shouldn't sleep with no hoe. Like eat himself, right? But he's not gonna. He gonna take that woman. Got to be his wife now. You messing with a man, and you only gonna mess with him one time. You may not see him no more. It's no vetting in your process how you doing, and you continue in doing it, and you fooling yourself thinking, okay, well I'm doing it because the man doing it, but you losing your whole spirit. You losing your whole thought process because all them different DNAs going in you. You don't even take time to. You lose one man, you can't go a couple months. But you get to eat a couple months, you can't go 90 days for the next one. They got this thing called a rebound man. You had a nigga that's been on the phone calling you that you've been entertaining for a year while you had a man, and when that man make you mad, you slide right over here. You ain't even get that thing no time to rest, and you wonder why demons is just you can't even sit in the room with other sisters. It just have a conversation with people because you like drama. That drama comes from you being damn near a psychopath. You got 5 different personalities inside your body. DNA all in you because you think a plan B is the answer. It's wicked. That's why our sisters have to pick up the spirit of this sister. This came on the show. What's her name? Salaki.
You said she came.
One just came on the show. China Monet. Man, get behind that sister. Get behind her. Like, even if you don't do it right now, don't speak out against what she's doing.
I've been saying for the longest time that the sisters that's with the righteousness gotta start combating against all this ratchetness. Mm-hmm. It just ain't enough for the men to do it because the women have a big plot to play in that ratchetness too. Right. So the sisters that want to be submissive to a man, that want to be loved as a mom and a mother of the nation, and respects that role and respects the boundaries and respects the duties that come with that role and the boundaries that come with that role, they have to be more vocal.
Right.
They have to be more vocal and they have to be just as aggressive against the lies of these ratchet ones.
Right.
Because these ratchet ones, man, listen, we ain't going to be able to save them all. We been foretold it. All the music leading up to now, but can't save her.
Right.
She don't want to be saved.
Right.
You understand? It's like when a good girl gone, she gone forever. You remember that track, Jay-Z?
Right, right.
You understand? Because when they get out there, they gone. Mm-hmm. They ain't looking back. Next thing you know, you catch your old high school thing on OnlyFans. She done got a BBL and a breast job. You don't know who she is. And when you run into a public, she'll act like, nigga, you was just dirt.
Right, right.
Like, you don't know what I mean? What's up? Oh, no. Nah, because, see, now you caught up into the lie. Mm-hmm. You caught up into the fantasy. You understand? You didn't become brand new. What you did was you shelled yourself in wickedness. Right. That's what you did. And that's what the Christian church and it teaches you. It don't teaches you to baptize yourself in the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. It teaches you to douse yourself in lies and cover up your dirt. You understand? That's why a drug dealer can wear that Christian cross on his neck. Mm-hmm. A drug dealer can sell some dope and go get a tattoo on his arm and say, God bless. Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
For real.
This nigga Future really said God blessing all the traffic. Right. And I guarantee you he was in that studio feeling the whole spot. He felt it. He like, I got this. Yeah, this is it. He was having the same feeling that you had in church with him. Him and his boys, they was like, that's it. Right, right. Man, you gonna talk to him with this one. God with this.
He played the hell out of that song.
God blessing all the trap, man.
Confession is good for the soul. I used to rap the hell out of this song. So
we all did.
So I like it. That was nigga back that was evil as hell, man.
We all did.
Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, man.
Because we wise to do evil. Mm-hmm. Oh, so yeah, that's why the white man got to use us to use us all up, because we'll make doing evil seem almost as if it was right.
Righteous. Yeah. Right. Right. I still been thinking about all them songs back in the 90s, that 90s R&B wave.
Yeah.
You look at every damn song. They talking about taking somebody woman.
Or taking a woman.
Right? I mean, it was every song that was popular was like, you gonna leave the one with all that shit. Yeah. Like, it was crazy, man. And we just felt like, okay, I want his girl. Instead of saying, I'm gonna go get a real like that.
Yeah.
I want his girl.
I want his.
And we made that shit look like it's all right. That's just the culture now. Taking a nigga, what they say, taking a nigga bitch. Like, that's crazy.
And to clarify that up, that is homosexual. Don't 1 second think it's not.
Fact. Yes.
Because you ain't thinking about that, bro. Yeah, we know what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. You think about that nigga.
Right.
It's a lot of you thinking about that brother.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking about.
Right.
I'm going to get his woman. I'm going to show him. Mm-hmm. What you showing him? What you think he was doing with it?
Right.
You want to go in after that?
Right.
That's because really, you really got some type of plex.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You fighting that homosexuality and it's through, it's masked as adultery, but really you got something against that brother because he ain't acknowledging you.
Right.
Even if you got beef with him, even if it's a street beef, you want his woman because you want his attention. You want to get at him some way or another.
Right.
You understand? Which is homosexual. It's weak. It's effeminate.
Right. It's like, if I could, what you saying is so heavy because you look back at a timeline, them R&B cats I'm just talking about, look at them now. Look at Tevin Campbell, Usher, R. Kelly. All them niggas got some kind of sexual deviant going on with them. All of them. And they influence us.
Thinking about it.
Right.
We ain't even realize it.
Right. So that's heavy what you're saying because that's exactly what it is. Like,
he said it.
Right.
He said you make me one.
Right.
Leave the one I'm with.
Right.
Start a new relationship with you.
Right.
What you gonna do?
Right. It's crazy, man.
What you gonna do?
Yeah. You can look into this entertainment system now. And I wonder about it all the time. They share the same woman.
Like I said, the Erykah Badu. I guess I'll see you next lifetime.
Right.
She was promising another man some ass.
Right. Couldn't just say no.
Like,
You gotta say, I'm getting
like you indebted to this ass. But in order for me to be stand up, I can't let you get it now.
Right.
It's gonna be another circumstance in which we're gonna meet in this life. And this ass belongs to you.
Right.
She might as well let me hit.
Right.
Because she already made up in her mind, I want to give it to you.
Right.
You understand? She already cheated in her mind. Because now, how can you love and respect the man you with when you already said in your mind, you getting off on the idea that you know you'll get this other man's man. Mm-hmm. You just wait for the right circumstance.
Right.
See, that's what that meant. See, next lifetime, that really means the right circumstance. And which she could do it and be not held guilty.
Right. It's crazy. And nobody gonna catch it. They just let our women run around crazy. And I'm trying to figure out why all these celebrities, like, look at Steve Harvey door. Like, this is a fifth man in a year. Like, why do the celebrities now? I can see these are regular guys. This lets you know it's a demon.
Right.
These are men who can get any woman. You have the money and the power. Why are y'all sharing box? Why is 5 niggas sitting making the stage?
It comes with a level of notoriety behind it too.
That's crazy.
So if you get into that, you may not knowingly know, but you are also pushing the agenda.
Yeah.
You know, based on the fact that you can win the female audience and you can get her viewers and it'll get you out there and you can get to the spotlight, but also on the wicked side, you pushing the wicked agenda. Mm-hmm. So it's twofold.
Right.
You understand? So they're not knowing the spiritual side of it. I'm not expecting them to know.
Right.
But at the same time, that's what's going on. They doing it for the likes and for the clout. Mm-hmm. But they're not knowing that they pushing an agenda of Satan.
Right.
You understand? That's why T. Jakes right now, it's like he's in this spotlight and Diddy in the spotlight. Man, they love this attention.
Right.
Because they know if they wide away right, play it right, it's going to equate to more viewership, more money. No controversy is bad controversy.
Right.
It's all good.
Right. You're right.
You understand? That's why he was so elated to say, "You ever been swallowed up?"
That title was crazy.
He knew what he was saying when he said it like that.
Yeah.
He knew what he was implying when he said it like that. You telling me, don't know? I mean, well, he might just be such a natural homo, LGBTQ member that it might have slipped out.
Right.
But I personally believe that he said it because he knew the type of attention they would get.
Because that title, you see that title?
Yeah.
Daddy, I see the wood.
Yeah.
I still
What is it called?
It's called the title of that service called Daddy, I See the Wood. And I've been sitting up trying to fake all this. Ain't no way he wasn't like trying to tell nobody something. It's called Daddy, I See the Wood. Like
he was speaking to the down low community.
That's crazy.
He knew who he was talking to.
Yeah, man. That was heavy.
He knew who he was talking to. The dog whistle, they say. They call it the dog whistle.
Yeah.
You know, when you underline, the dog whistle been prevalent with these races. So Trump will say something that you can't necessarily say it's directly hate toward black people or Hispanic,
right.
But it's a dog whistle to let other races know this is what he's talking about.
Right.
So he's saying stuff that's a dog whistle to other down low LGBTQ members.
That's crazy.
That straight men won't even consider because we ain't thinking like that. You understand? He's speaking to a specific crowd. And that's why the church is filled with sissies.
Right.
They know who they talking to. They women and sissies.
Right.
They know who their constituents is. Right. They know they ain't saying nothing to no real man, because with no real man sit there and allow that to even be said.
Right.
Without standing up and be like, hey, man, you foolish.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what they're doing. That's why you know what I'm saying. I'm not going for the I'm not going for the willfully ignorant excuse. Maybe some of them, maybe some cats like Donald McClurkin, like he might have been willfully ignorant of his lifestyle and not knowing how it was wrong, but then he came out with that song trying to repent and trying to come up out of that thing, and then the church turned against him. You understand? So you got some that realize the wickedness of it all. Like you got Ryan Garcia now. Well, he got the biggest fight coming up on April 20th. Mm-hmm. And he just now wanted to come out talking about some, they molested him and they raped him in the Bohemian Woods is real and all that.
Damn, man. Okay. He just came out saying
that? He was saying they did that to him. They tied him down. They raped him and they made him watch other kids get raped out there in the woods. And it's a real thing. And he got proof.
That's crazy.
And then they made him come back and retract everything he said. This ain't to sell fights. This man was obviously under some pressure regarding having to sell this fight. Mm-hmm. And he lashed out. Right. He said, man, I'm tired of being forced to do what I don't want to do. Y'all turning me into a drunk.
Right.
You labeling me this way. He even said as much as so they took his phone and had his credit cards and his debit card hemmed up. He couldn't access his money. You think he lying?
That's crazy.
Man ain't lying about that. He was willing to expose Hollywood because he was being pushed to the corner.
Right.
This fight right here is gonna make or break his career. If he lose this one, then it's like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Right. And that pressure get it to him.
Right. Well, yeah, he had to come on out with that. That's gonna make folks. That's gonna make ticket sales go. You right about that. That's a damn shame. You got to talk about your trauma to make the money. You get the money. And that's crazy part. That's exactly what goes on in Atlanta right now. There's a lot of brothers in Atlanta right now. They sold their butt up because they was broke. They needed money. That's what that is, man. A lot of times people will say they don't even realize you done sold your soul just for a little fame, for a little money. Right? That brother really need counseling instead of putting his business out there for the world like that. You know what I'm saying? He need to get counseled. Because clearly that means he got demons on him. You know what I'm saying? What he's been doing with that amount of money that he got now. Who knows what he does behind closed doors, man? Right. I'm waiting on which one of these celebrities gonna break down and tell on everybody. Because we don't know who all is doing this stuff behind. We want to talk about Diddy. Diddy had the party. Who was at the party? You know what I'm saying? What they doing? They always talking about it was other stars there. These people sliding by that we don't even know about, And this all the Lord gonna bring all that out. But just know, the first thing first, white man is the devil, first of all. Know that first. And know it's just certain places we can't be in. And that's why we got to get back to this Bible. That's why this class is so important because we have to understand what is it actually saying. Go ahead, what you got?
I also like to say, I was wondering where white people came from.
But we came out of the same one. It's in Genesis 25th chapter. Get that for me. Get it to me, show it to them. We actually came out of the exact same one. Right? So technically, the so-called white man is a Hebrew. Right? Got same mother and father. The progenitor of the white man, right? So I was talking about earlier how the Most High separates everything. Right. That's a prime example. They came out the womb and he separated them. Right? I think that's Jennifer. I think it started at 25 and 22. If I'm not mistaken. Read that for me. Read the part where she's going to the priest about her womb, the fighting her womb.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So she was pregnant, right? She had 2 sons in her womb, right? And she having an abnormal pain. They really to where she think, okay, I'm finna die. So she went to the priest and said, what's going on with my body? And what he said.
And and two manner of people shall be separated from thy Bible.
He told us he had two nations. So in the Bible, nations is racist, which is a rare thing for two nations to be inside the same woman. That's how she knew one of them wasn't her people, right? So when they say they had two manner of people, a manner means how you move, what you like, what you do, right? Perfect example, white man can eat blood. They can eat steak with blood out of it. We're not allowed to do that because, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't want to do that. It's unhealthy, right? You know what I'm saying? White man, he sleep with anything. He sleep with any race of people, anything, we're not allowed to do that. White man will kill any opportunity he got. A perfect example is the police. How many times do you hear a black police officer shooting down a white boy?
White police.
No, I'm saying, you just said about white police, right? That's because we're two manner of people. You think a black officer don't never have an opportunity to kill a white boy? White people disrespect police all the time. I'm looking at the awesome times, like they sit there like, what do you want? What is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting out of the car. They ready. I done seen them fight them, try to stab them, do everything. They go to jail.
See, black police like to show off on white police kids.
Yeah, but they'll show off on a brother. Like what happened in Memphis, they'll do that to a black man. It's never, when you see police brutality against white folks. But when you do see it, 9 times out of 10, it's a white officer hurting somebody black. Right? And the dynamic always the same. And I asked officers, black officers in the city, I said, man, y'all don't ever be in a situation where y'all want to shoot nobody. He like, man, we don't think like that. We not these murderers that they make us to be. That's not our nature. Right. That's what we trying to dispel. That's not all this killing going on. It's a bunch of little hurt boys out here. They're not really like that. When they get around the right type of man, they calm the hell down. I'm telling you, they chill out with that.
Right.
They respect it. But they ain't been around it. They've been around people that's feeding into that demon. And all that come from the spirit of the white man. So that's what I wanted them saying. To ask you a question. We came out that same womb, but we nothing like them. But the problem we got now, since we don't follow this Bible, we acting like them now. We are the same amount of people now, because we doing what they do. We gonna do everything the white man do. White man, you know what I'm saying? He got him a 4,500 company. He had to go sell this, a line, do that. We go line, do that. You know what I'm saying? He eat his food this way. We eat our food this way. We don't even want the black dog. We got to go to Hoover and get our polo from Galleria when they got it right over here in Western Hill Mall. Right. That's what they done to us. You know what I'm saying? That's what integration did to us. Because what integration did to us, migrating with them, it just made us pick up their spirit. And that same thing happened. You go all the way back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? In Africa, that's what all our people think that we are Africans. We was in Africa for 1,500 years. We migrated there in 7 AD. We was around them for a long time to where we picked up their habits. To where, you know what I'm saying? That's why we thought that. That's why a lot of our people came over here without the knowledge of knowing who the hell they was, but they was around other people and got caught up in how they live. That's how you lose your culture. That's what happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a few slaves that knew who they were. You got the rest of them that didn't know because you got children who don't know, and then the culture lost now. So yeah, nutshell, he came from the same womb. And don't ever believe that. When I was young, somebody told me that a big head nigga in Africa made the white man. Right? If anybody ever tell you that somebody genetically made the white man, run from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. But somebody tried to tell me, I forgot the dude's name. They said they made him in Africa. Now, my problem, one thing, you ought to be killed. If you made him, your old bloodline needs to be wiped out if you made this bastard. And why you ain't made no other people since then? If somebody was able to make a human race, for one thing, why they can't do it again? So, well, yeah, they came from the same womb. We just, they Hebrew, so Arab is a Hebrew. And then white man's a Hebrew. I think that's it. Everybody else, is not. But they're not Israelites, right? It's a difference. There's a difference between being a Hebrew, because Hebrew is a language, right? So, and the Israelites is under Jacob. See what I'm saying? That answer your question pretty good.
Okay.
All right, bet. All right. Any more questions? All right. With that, you got a security announcement.
Come on.
All right. With that, one of Israel, Amajah. Mama Shabbat, Amajah, Barak.
Yeah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatah. All right. Amajah Barakatah. Oh, you announced that.
So ISUPK started out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brother and sister.
Make sure you say on the command, y'all.
On the command of Junior Honor Salakia. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits. For 6 months, they are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister have an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. Mayashua. 10% of every penny in any increase the Lord give you. Give to treasury departments or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which will be the Passover coming up in April the 20th. Announcement, holy convocations from sheep, remind Aqua and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, scarf.
All right. Israel, Amajah, Shabbat, Amajah, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatah. Amajah Barakatah. Courage salute to the sisters. Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatah. Amajah Barakatah. Class dismissed.